Furble lovers. So I just did a little video on how to do the shake command and how to start that. That'll be inside the command training video. I'll try to link that once I kind of figure out how to do that. And today's session is just going to be another trying to bring her along her way and training the commands that I have been training her in the past. So we'll get started. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Please comment below and like and subscribe. So in the past, we've been working a lot on what I need to stop doing is I need to, she's trying to get that shake command. Good girl, okay? I need to start associating words with these commands. Rump, good girl. Platz, no. Because what I have been doing is I've been doing mainly hand gestures because I've been trying to give you guys, tips and pointers and things like that. And so I haven't been using command words as much. Rump, good girl. Platz, good girl. Okay, yeah. And also what I've been noticing my dog in day-to-day life is she doesn't necessarily understand the release word super well. And I know that because, when I feed my dog, I will get the food for her. I'll get her to sit. I'll put down the food, and then I release her to the food. And what's been happening lately is I say, okay, I try to release her, but she just kind of sits there and stares at me. So what I'm going to be trying to do is I'm going to be trying to say the release word and get her to move before I actually throw the treat anywhere. And so you'll see me accentuate that today, but the whole idea is I want her to understand what the release word means. Rump, good girl. Okay. Good girl. So you can see I said okay, and she didn't break position immediately. I think what's happening here is I've been throwing the treat, and so she doesn't necessarily associate the release word with, the actual releasing of the behavior. She associates me throwing the treat with the behavior. As well as I've been using hand gestures a lot, and so she doesn't necessarily associate the command word with the command as much. And so for this, from now on moving forward, I'm going to be trying to talk a little bit less. I'll try to be giving you guys pointers and tips and stuff and what I'm noticing in my dog. But I really want to associate the command words and the release words much more frequently. And I think when I'm talking over and over again, and then I give the command word, because there's so many words around, she's not necessarily associating the command word with actually doing the command, or the release word when necessarily releasing from that command. So I'm going to be talking a little bit less, just so that she builds the association between the command word doing the command and the release word and releasing from the command. This won't be a problem with you guys at home because you're not going to be talking to a camera most likely, but it is becoming a problem with me and her because I am talking to the camera. There's a lot of different words being thrown around, so it works much better for her doing hand gestures and things. Rump, good girl. Platz, good girl. Okay. And so I'll still talk around this moment, but when I'm giving command words, I'm going to be talking a little bit less. Rump, no. So there, she kind of delayed it a little bit because I asked for the command. I give her that no reward marker, and I just ignore her for a little bit. She's still following me. She's still engaged. That's good. Rump, good girl. Okay. Rump, good girl. Okay. And I'm just going to delay giving her the reward until she gets up. Rump. Okay. 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 See, she has no idea what it is. No. So that's one thing I've been noticing, and I want her to associate the release word with actually her getting up. Okay. Good girl. And so I'm just going to be delaying giving her the treat a little bit. Rump. Good girl. Okay. Good girl. The release word is almost a command in a way. It's stay is a command in a way, and she really has to get used to me saying that release word and her breaking position. But I think it's, I didn't have this problem with Bandit at all, and so I think what's happening is because I'm talking so much, she's not being able to distinguish, the release word specifically from all the other words that I'm saying. Rump, good girl. Okay, good girl. Rump, good girl. Okay, good girl. So you can say when I give the release word, I'm moving away from her, and that's just encouraging her to get up. Rump, good girl. Okay, good girl. Rump, good girl. Okay, good girl. And so you may not face this exact issue at home, but I think by seeing what I am going through, you can kind of generalize it a little bit, and you can see how they build those associations between your command word, your hand gestures, etc. And you can use it inside your own life. Rump, good girl. Plat, good girl. Okay, okay, good girl. And I don't want to use throwing the treat. Rump, plats, good girl. Okay. I don't want to use throwing the treat as a release word anymore. So that's why I'm giving the release word once she gets up, then I throw the treat. Rump, good girl. Plats, good girl. Okay. Now she's getting it. You can see as soon as I give that release word, she's starting to get up. And this is like it's very dynamic training a dog. It's not like one solution fits all. You have to understand what's going through your dog's mind, right? Rump, good girl. Plats, good girl. Okay, good girl. Rump, good girl. Plats, good girl. Okay, yeah. Rump, good girl. Plats, plats, good girl. Okay, yeah. You can tell she's almost jumping up now when I give that release word. Rump, good girl. Plats, good girl. Okay, yeah, that's a good girl. So I gave her some amped up and some extra treats there because she got into the down position without me giving the hand signal. That's a big jump. So giving her a little jackpot in that situation is really good. Rump, good girl. Plats, plats, good girl. Okay, yeah, yeah, that's a good girl. That's a good girl. Yes, it is. You're doing such a good job. Rump, good girl. Plats, good girl. Okay, yeah. So now she's starting to get it. Rump, good girl. Plats, plats, good girl. Okay. She didn't get it quite as well that time. Rump, good girl. Plats, plats, good girl. Okay, okay, good girl. Rump, good girl. Okay. So there's still a lot of work I need to do here to get her to follow the command words and not just my hand commands. But I think you can see what I am doing. Rump, good girl. Okay. Yeah. Same with the release word. There's some work that I need to do, but I've identified the work and now we're starting to do it. Rump, good girl. Plats, good girl. Okay. She's definitely knowing what the release word means now. Rump, good girl. Plats, 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 good girl. Okay. All right, these are the last few treats here. Rump, good girl. Plats, plats, good girl. Okay. Yeah, that's a good girl. That's a good girl. Yeah. Rump, good girl. Plats, plats, no. And then once I give that no reward marker, I'm just going to kind of walk around, keep her engaged, She wants attention. She wants to be trained. Rump. Good girl. Plats. Plats. Good girl. Okay. Now she's starting to understand what the release word means more. Rump. Good girl. Okay. I think she's starting to understand what the command word plats means. Rump. Good girl. Plats. Plats. Good. Plats. Good girl. Okay. We'll have one more treat. Rump. Good girl. Plats. Plats. Good girl. Waiting for eye contact. Okay. All right, so that's it with the treats. All right, sorry, my camera decided to flip portrait all of a sudden instead of landscape there. So to recap what we did today, I've been having a little bit of difficulty with my dog. 1, understanding the release word, and then 2, I've been having a little bit of difficulty with my dog, like understanding the command words for, she understands rump pretty well, but plats is a little bit, she understands it a little bit less well. So what I've been noticing and what I think the problem is that because I'm talking throughout the training session, she doesn't necessarily, like, it's easier for her to associate the command word with doing the command if I'm quiet and then I give the command word, right? And I think that would make sense to most people. If you're being talked at a bunch, especially if you don't understand the language, and then they say a word and then get you into that position, you're going to have a less strong association than if the person was just like, imagine, you don't speak Chinese and there's a Chinese, person trying to train you to do something, which is a weird situation, I know. But if they're quiet and then they say a single command or a single word and then try to get you into position, you're going to associate that single word with that command or getting into position much better than if the person is just saying a whole bunch of stuff that you have no idea what they mean, and then they say that one word that's supposed to be the command word. You're going to have a much stronger association between the command word and getting into position if it's quiet, command word, position, versus talking, command word, position. So the things I try to accentuate inside this training lesson are with the release, and in general, I'm going to be talking a little bit less when I'm doing things with the dog. I'll try to talk between when I'm doing command words, but I want to have a period of silence before the command as well as when I release the dog. And so that's one big thing, I believe. And then the second big thing is she isn't necessarily associating the release word with being released. She's associating me throwing the treat with her being released. So how I'm combating that is I am giving the release word, moving quickly to try to encourage her to get up, and then I'll give her the treat after she gets up. So I'm trying to associate her breaking position with the release word and not me throwing the treat. So I hope you guys learned a few things here today. I know I've encountered a few unique things that I haven't encountered before in the past because I haven't been doing videos in the past. Please let me know if you want me to do, or if you have any questions about the training sessions. Please like and subscribe. It really helps, and we're trying to build a little community here, and I'll catch you next time.